I'm Ashlyn.
And I'm Zach.
And we're traveling A to Z.
This week we're in California doing Salmon Creek to Estella Campground.
So today we're gonna go backpacking. We drove along Highway 1 and we're close to Big Sur and we are at the Salmon Creek Trail. So we are gonna go backpacking to Estrella camps, which is about 3 1/4 mile. So the first mile is supposed to be pretty much uphill, about 1,000-foot elevation gain or so. And so we're gonna head up. This part is definitely up. So if you go left, you get to the waterfall. If you go right, you're heading to camp. 0.25 miles in, you have great views of the ocean and the surrounding mountains. At 0.8 miles, the trail opens up and is more exposed, and you have a gorgeous view. After about a mile in, we made it to this kind of flattish section. It goes a little bit up and down, but way nicer. And then this is your view. You could turn to the right, which will take you to Spruce Camp, or to the left, which will take you on the Salmon Creek Trail to Estrella Camp. 1.5 more miles left. Piece of cake. First camp is Spruce Camp, and Spruce Camp's about 2.5 miles in. Spruce Camp is a nice little camp that has some flat sections and is near the river. Ladybugs everywhere. After you leave Spruce Camp, you start heading back up the hill. We're about 3/4 mile in from Spruce Campground, and we're still going up. From Spruce Creek to Estella Campground, there's quite a few little branches you have to duck under. Not the clearest part of the trail, and there's also some little landslides you have to kind of walk over. That is a decent little landslide. It's sliding more. I definitely feel like this area is the most sketchy part of the whole trail with like landslides. The rest is actually pretty good. A couple trees to crawl over, but not too bad. From Spruce Camp to Estella Camp, it's about 1.5 miles. The sign says about a mile. It's a lie. It's about 1.5 miles, all uphill. But we finally made it. It's at the top of the hill. We made it! Now we're gonna set up our tent. One thing that's pretty nice is this actually has a little toilet. It's kind of hidden. You have to walk up the hill. And then you turn to the left here, and there's a sign that says toilet and it points to it. And then you head up the hill. And here's the little toilet. A little hole in the ground, but a little place to kind of sit. Yeah, not bad. There's multiple camping spots at Estella Camp. We picked the campsite that is next to the river so we could filter water easily. So it's about 0.7 miles from the campground, from the Estella campground to the turnoff to go to the waterfall. Kind of hidden.
It's not hidden. There's a trail.
It's a trail, but it's not a super marked trail. It's not saying, hey, this is a waterfall. There's just a trail right there. After you climb down the side of the cliff for 0.05 miles, you get to the river and the top of the waterfall. We had to climb down this cliffside to get to the bottom of the waterfall to go swimming.
Again, I was yoked. Sounds like fun! Yay, fun! Yay! You can look back and tell your kid, this is the kind of things I used to do before you were born. Before you were born, okay? How was it, Dave?
It was really cold, maybe like 50 degrees. It was pretty refreshing. I would not want to stay in there very long. Whew. We had to climb down this mountain on the side of the waterfall to get to the bottom. So we just got up. It was a pretty nice night. It was cold. We could hear the owls howling all night long. It was really cool to hear. And then we're right by the river, so you could hear the creek bubbling, and like it was pretty neat. So now we're gonna get up, pack up our tent, and then head back out. Almost back to the car, you get to this sign. We went right to go backpacking, but if you go to the left, you go to the waterfall.
So this is the Salmon Creek Waterfall.
So this waterfall is 120 feet tall. It's awesome because it's only about a quarter of a mile little trail from the road, and then you come into this like wilderness paradise with this gorgeous waterfall. I hope you enjoyed our backpacking trip on Salmon Creek Trail to Estella Camp. Please subscribe below to follow more of our adventures.